The moment you think you have seen it all in Nigeria, just wait for something else. So over the past couple of days, news came out that the current Minister of Defense for Nigeria was immersed in a bribery scandal in America. The news came out and it is almost fading off, like nothing is happening. Nobody's talking about it. It's a normal Nigerian thing. I want us to understand that the current Minister of Defense in Nigeria, God have mercy, God have mercy. Actually, let's also remember that this guy was the past governor of Zamfara State. I want to put this into the heads of Nigerians to understand. How do you juxtapose these events that one of the most unsafe states in the past dispensation, the person that was governing that state, all of a sudden, Bola Ahmed Tinubu made him the Minister of Defense? I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to wrap my head around it. That Zamfara State that we have known that for the past couple of years has been the hotspot for kidnapping, banditry. In fact, the current governor of Zamfara State accused this same man that this man is responsible for the bandits and the kidnappings and the terrorists in his state. This man is currently the Minister of Defense in Nigeria. And we are wondering why insecurity has not stopped. We are wondering why insecurity is now nationwide. How can insecurity stop when their father is the Minister of Defense in the country? Minister of State for Defense in the country. How can terrorism stop in the country? Just how? And so over the weekend, he was accused. But let's listen to it because it was a breaking news and it looked like the thing just passed. Nobody talked about it. I have to bring it to you guys. Let's listen, please.
Let's kick off what's trending with a bombshell new video from Kimberly Daniels. She's a U.S. legislator from the Florida House of Representatives, coming straight for Nigeria's Minister of State for Defense, Bello Matawalle, in which she makes a shocking allegation that Matawalle actually attempted to bribe a U.S. official. Why? The United World Congress of Diplomats, an international organization, put out a report calling out Matawalle and his alleged proximity to terrorists here in Nigeria. Well, in a 15-minute Facebook Live posted to her official account, Daniels claims that Matawalle tried to make it all go away with money. Let's watch.
Because I can see the kind of person you are that will come and ask an elected official that you never met before to do a flyer with you and him on it, and he don't know you. What are you hiding, sir? This is, I feel like is this a movie? I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. Is this for real? So I had to come on Facebook because this is one, it's so much stuff people have done to me and I'm quiet and I'm not going to be quiet about this, but to create a fake flyer of endorsement with your picture and another state representative, and then to create a letter praising yourself and to tell that man you will give him any amount of money to publish it and you don't even know him, sir, that is not incompetence. That is crookedness.
Now, that video was taken down from her Facebook page, and Matawalle has yet to officially respond to her. But the context of this is that Daniels has also previously called on President Tinubu to remove him from his role over her allegations that he was complicit in some way in a number of attacks across the country. On the flip side, you have a U.S.-based Nigerian group, the Nigerian American Coalition for Strategic Stability.
Let me leave it there. The funny thing is that he's not going to be sacked. He's not going to be investigated. He's not going to be prosecuted. It's Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a government of criminals for criminals by criminals. It's Bola Ahmed. That is his MO. Everybody around him is a thief. Everybody that operates around them are criminals. That is how, if you're not a criminal, you cannot operate in this system. In fact, this is actually, for me, in I think this is actually a test, a Bola Ahmed Tinubu's test to secure Matawalle's ministerial position in eventuality that Nigerians are stupid enough to allow them re-rig themselves back to power. He has successfully secured the seat again. That is how it is. You must be a criminal. You must show criminal tendencies to survive under Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Just opposite to the man called Wale Edun that came out in December and said, well, because Tinubu came out in September and told Nigerians that we have reached our targets, our yearly targets. Edun came out and told Nigerians the truth in the Senate hearing that we're actually falling short. And we have come out here, senators come out and say that for the past 3 years' budget, Tinubu have swallowed all the money. How can the Minister of Health, the Federal Ministry of Health, be giving 36 million naira for a full year? I made a video previously and I said that Peter Obi spent over 300 and something million naira of his own money last year, 2025. That whole year, a budget of trillions. What was released to the Ministry of Health was at 6 million. Where is the remaining billions and trillions? People still am. And that has happened across every other ministry in the country. Massive unwanted criminality going on unchecked under these criminals in power. There will be no prosecution. There will be no anything. What we're finding out, I'm going to make a video on this Wale Edun because should be a special case on its own. But this just shows you guys how criminality has been legalized under Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. And Nigeria cannot survive under 4 years of this criminality. We are doomed. We are doomed. So please, guys, every hand must be on deck. I know that they are overwhelming us with so many events that our heads is going berserk. We don't even know where to start from. You're looking at INEC today. You're looking at corruption tomorrow. You're looking at insecurity next tomorrow. The country is in shambles. Nothing is working anywhere. They're overwhelming the system so that Nigerians don't even know. We're just gasping for air. But in the midst of all this gasping for air, I just want us to understand our mission. That we can choose to be strategic as a people and start the hard work of educating our people back home, our surroundings, wherever you find yourself. Educate the people around you. You're in the marketplace, you're in your mosque, you're in your church, wherever you find yourself, you're educating Nigerians around you to understand that our problem is actually these criminals in power. Because the truth of the matter is that I always say that the opposition have not done enough to sensitize and raise the awareness for Nigerians. They have not done enough. But understanding the fact that all these opposition leaders are actually, whether the country is good or bad, they will survive. Me and you, what can we do? What is our stake in this game? Is that it is our life. So therefore, we have to fight for it. We have to protect it. We have to do everything possible to make sure that we push this message and this agenda as far as possible to understand that Tinubu must. There is nothing that should stop us as the people from demanding and making sure that Tinubu is a one-term president. Because all these people care about is power. They don't care about any other thing than power. If power is not involved, don't call them. How can they steal power? How can they retain power? It's all they care about. And it's our job to make sure that all we care about is making sure that they do not exceed 2027. They should pack their load and go.